The top attraction. The nation's top-ranked team is here in a place where they haven't had much success recently. Welcome to Big Ten basketball on Peacock as Maryland is all set to play host to #1 Purdue. Can play getting underway in College Park. Boilers with it, Braden Smith with it, and you talk about most improved, exciting players in the Big Ten. #3 for the Boilers might come to mind.
Yeah, I mean, Braden Smith, one of the best guards in the country, plays with great pace, gets downhill with the best of them.
Pace is a term that Kevin Willard, the Maryland head coach, used quite a bit. Willers playing quite a bit faster than they played a year ago. This is Trey Kaufman-Renn. Nothing but net.
He's been playing extremely.
Take a hand to the face there. He's tended to on the sideline. There's the first touch for Zach Edey. And there's his first two.
If you let him catch the ball in the
fourth leading rebounder in the Big Ten. Almost averaging a double-double. The only one averaging a double-double has the ball right now at 23 and 10. Up top to Lawyer. Second three of the night for the Boilers. When we shoot it well, they've made 2 out of the 3s so far.
Yeah, Purdue's always going to get high-quality threes because of the double team that Zach Edey presents.
Julian Reese, his second good look inside. Jordan Geronimo, former Hoosier, with the putback, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I'm drawing the foul.
And the season had more starts than he had in 3 years at Indiana. A starter here at Purdue, bringing 113 starts at Southern with him. And back up to Braden Smith. Trying to get it to Edey. There it is. Watch out. And Kevin Willard said he's going to get a couple of dunks, maybe more. He's going to get his points, and we can't be fazed by that.
Yeah, that was an awkward angle to feed the post. Zach Edey doing a good job of catching that tough pass and doing the rest.
Jameer Young, 37 points at UCLA a couple of weeks ago. Dante Scott, one-on-one against the sophomore Kaufman-Renn, and gets it to sit down. Boilers cooled off a little bit. They jumped out to that 8-0 start. Terrapin's pair of free throws and 1 field goal. Jameer Young, their top scorer. He'll try to get his first points from.
Than they were in last year's matchup.
He played guard in the Big Ten.
And other guys around him have to be ready to catch and shoot or drive.
Double team. Get it back to Lawyer. Always looking for the open 3 because that double team's always coming. There's Gillis. Watch out. Second flush of the night for Zach. Harris Smith. Well, they're struggling not only to knock down shots straight, but to get a good look.
That goes back to the defensive pressure that Purdue as we see Braden Smith knocking down the pull-up and the drop. Yeah, that was a great look. You get in transition, push the pace. Jameer Young with a wide-open look. We expect that to fall later in the game if he gets to those kind of looks.
They're 1 for 12. Meanwhile, third dunk for Edey as Purdue has made just over half their shots. They started out on an 8-0 run. Now they lead by 12. Kaiser, this is what he does. See if that can get him going.
That's a big shot for Maryland. Expected.
Freshman Cam Heide also new to the game. First started here in Maryland last year in that loss in February. Now the shot clock down to 5. Cam Heide left open. And that's their 3rd tray of the night.
Talking to Kevin Willard for the game, they're a heavy help side team, and they're going to double, they're going to trap sometimes, and so that's going to leave you vulnerable at times for rotations. Purdue doing a great job of moving the ball, making that extra pass for the open 3.
Julian Reese left open, and a good tip in there by Geronimo.
Yeah, I think that ball has to.
Smith back to first, had it knocked away. Harris Smith to Young. Goaltending. Geronimo to Scott, trying to get it inside to Reese, who's guarded by Zach Edey. Young quick step to the hoop. Dante Scott, tough shot. But he gets 2, the foul against Trey Kaufman. Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Is more of an inside big, doing a good job.
The veteran, his numbers all the way across the board have been down. This is the second one there, but has picked it up here recently.
Yeah, before the last 3 games, he had 3 straight single-digit scoring games. He has to be a guy that's a 10-plus scorer.
Maryland taking baby steps now to 5-0 run. Gillis just checked in, sees an opening, and a tough shot off the glass.
Possessions, when you're playing the #1 team in the country, they're going to come back to bite you.
Well, that is just too easy. Unabated feed and then just a layup.
Yeah, but as Kevin Willard mentioned, he's going to get his at times. You can't get dejected. You have to take the next possession, try to do a better job pushing him out.
Lead back up into double digits. 11-point cushion for the top-ranked team in the nation. Young has only made 1 basket, and there's his second. He's hit 20 points in 5 of the last 6 games. Still plenty of time for him to get it going.
And there's that play again where they isolate the right side of the floor, make Zach Edey cover Jameer Young alone. Jameer Young doing a good job of getting downhill. And here's that zone where they're going to switch back into man-to-man.
Edey already with 10 points. Lawyer with another 3 points.
And once again, they're being decisive. They're being confident. They're making good reads. They're making the extra pass and getting high-quality looks.
Good look to Edey once again. Backing in Reese, and he'll draw the foul.
At angles where you see things, I think single digits. I mean, you look at their numbers right now, 5 of 23 from the field, 1 of 7 from 3. You'd have to feel good about yourself.
I know Purdue has a lot of the same guys back, but we have a lot of those now.
Yeah, this is actually a new season in the larger school. And so I think this team is going to maybe take some time offensively to find themselves within Big Ten play on the offensive end.
Not really where they want Edey to have the ball. Braden Smith, pull up. And that's the part of the game. He was good as a freshman last year. He's become really good because of that range right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's shooting 50% on pull-up jump shots on the year. That's one of the best in the country. Doing a good job there, taking his time, pump fake, knocking it down.
Young misses again. 15-point deficit for Maryland now as we hit the 2-minute mark. Purdue coming in ranked #1, looking for their first win in this building since 2017. And there's one that gets in. Scott back up top to Young. 20 points in 5 of the last 6 games. Impressive floater there. But they've cooled down. Last 5 minutes, they've made only 1 out of 6. They have 8 seconds to go here. Fletcher Lawyer, tough shot, got it. Well, Purdue started out shooting well.
5 guys are clicking on the offensive end. They're an impossible team to stop.
Let's see if Maryland can get a couple to click. That's their top 2 scorers, Jameer Young and Julian Reese. Young only with 8 points. Reese just gave it up to him. Reese hasn't made a basket yet. And that is an ideal start for Kevin Willard. Zone, and it's kind of a hybrid defense. They play zone back to man-to-man and sometimes back to zone.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit more of it where they start in zone and then as soon as Purdue initiates their offense, they get into man-to-man.
Lance Jones, nothing but net for the man who's taken more threes than any other one. Lance Jones on Young. Inside to Geronimo, that's a good look. And back out to Maryland now. New 20 to shoot. Scott had it knocked away. And now they'll set it up once again. Dante Scott. Geronimo works the glass. Couple of buckets to start the second half for Maryland. Of the first half, they started out up 8-0. Terrapins did have it down to 7 at one point of the first half, but Purdue immediately got that back up to double digits. Jones just hit 1, got another.
And that was all set up by the switch. His best, picking apart the defense and finding the open man.
Braden Smith does that pretty well also. A little pull up. So Jones has a couple of threes and 13 career starts.
Yeah, he sets the tone defensively for this team with ball pressure, physicality, a want-to, gets another open look.
And his third 3 of this second half.
I always feel like the game has a way of rewarding you. Lance Jones has played excellent defense on Young all night and hasn't force the issue offensively. And the ball comes to him. He's hit 3 threes this half.
Young beat him off the dribble there and gets the bounce. It gets hit. Made 7 out of 13 last year in the loss here when they were ranked number 3 in College Park. They made only 2 out of 13, so they have turned it around big time in that category tonight. Braden Smith, little flip pass to Zach Edey, and not much you can do with it.
Getting to the paint off that curl, taking his time, playing off 2 feet, and finding the big teller for the easy right-hand finish.
Edey with a game-high 14 points. And that rebound there immediately to Smith. Sees Jones, and he sees 2 more.
That's one of those buckets that they wouldn't have gotten last year. A wing that could run the floor, get out in transition, utilize his athleticism.
Kaiser hit one of these in the first half. Swanton Roger checks in, kicks it out to Young. He's got it going a little bit. To duress with that press. Jones quickly inside at 10 to shoot. Kaufman right, spins multiple times. Fletcher Lawyer back to Wren. And Edey is fouled. Deshaun Harris-Smith, and he'll go back to the line.
Roll for offensive rebounds. Zach Edey
very patient in adding up these points.
Yeah, he's seen everything.
He's made 6 of his last 10. Inside to Dante Scott. Tries to muscle that one up. Harris-Smith, good hustle. High off the glass.
Good job by Harris-Smith.
He thought he drew another foul. No whistle, and here comes Young. Crossover. Count it.
As hot as any player in the Big Ten, so even though he struggled.
Back and forth between zone and man. Right now in a man-to-man. Tight one on Braden Smith. This is Lawyer, little pull-up. He was knocked down after he shot that ball, and he'll go to the line. Listen, that one in and out. And Trey talked to this 3.
Yeah, it takes time to learn how to play with a dominant.
That's another rebound for Zach Edey. Lance Jones started this second half so well, knocking down 3 threes, eyes the basket, kicks it out. Mason Gillis back to Lawyer. Another quality look for Edey, and another bucket.
And talking to Matt Painter before the game, into your pick and rolls or straight into your post-ups have been really successful for the Boilermakers.
So if you're Maryland and they just saw what we just saw, that's Zach Edey, 7'4", going to the bench. Maybe it changes for Julian Reese. And a good look to Geronimo. And a good start for the Terrapins. As
those are the ones you have to hit.
Meanwhile, Boilermakers showing nothing but patience here. Braden Smith. As I said that, he gets stuck in the air. Here comes Young. 2 more. Pretty finger roll, and he's got 19.
Got to get stops, and you got to get out in transition and push the pace of this game.
Maryland would like that to be the start of something here as Purdue has missed their last 4 shots. And Jameer Young is heating up at his average of 19. Braden Smith. There's your response.
And they've only had 6 field goals outside of Jameer Young.
Young with it now. Game high 19 points. That's right at his average. Julian Reese has been a non-factor offensively. Back up top to long. 7 to shoot. Pretty floater. The Big Ten averaging a double-double. Great move by Young. Explodes to the basket, but couldn't get it to sit down to back up the Boilers. Reese is close to averaging a double-double at 14 and 9, but is still looking for his first basket tonight. Braden Smith loves that spot. And that's what's turned him from a good player to potentially at 6 feet, by the way. He's the 2nd leading rebounder on this team. And that's not for tonight, that's for the season so far. 2nd turnover of his half. And a foul called against Scott there. Mason Gillis got him. Fletcher Lawyer doesn't agree. And Scott as few as 7 in the first half, but Purdue has really run away since. Take a look one more time. It went to under review. Fletcher Lawyer wears number 2. They said that right there, they upgraded that to a flagrant area. It's been the Jameer Young show here. Not much else from Maryland in the second half. Lance Jones, we were told before the game started he would be the primary defender on Young. Now 10 to shoot. Kaiser, the freshman, with his 2nd 3 of the night.
Just didn't get the roll there.
There's some decent quickness on the way to the hoop there, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's as explosive as they come in college basketball.
Smith got stuck, gives it up to Edey. Couldn't get the and one.
Available on the roll.
The kind of patience he has shown in the paint tonight. He knocks down 20 points and 11 rebounds. Only player in the Big Ten to average a double-double. Mason Gillis finds it back out to Jones. What a look! And that'll be goaltending against Reese.
That
side in Iowa City, that begins at 9 o'clock on Peacock. Jameer Young has been the entire offensive show. Another great look there for Maryland so far tonight. He's up over 20 points at 21, and high efficiency offense and good rebounding on the defensive side. They've really just been in control from the start when they led 8-0 like that after the ball was tipped. Smith triple team, wants to get it inside to Edey. Misses the putback, but a whistle on, he's fouled once again.
and just takes what the defense gives him.
Consistency too in what he delivers in and out there, but he is basically at his average here tonight. 21 points, 12 rebounds. See if Jameer Young can get yet another basket. And there it is. Young now has 23 points.
Offensive sets. I think that's a huge difference from what they had last year.
Smith took a shot to the face there. Zach Edey, what are you going to do? Like a little Sunday stroll for this off the bench now. Just another example of the kind of depth Matt Painter has going for him this year.
Yeah, it could be a different guy that contributes on both ends of the floor as we see Maryland get the steal there. As we talked about in the pregame, they have selfless guys that are.
Purdue came into this ranked #1, winning 12 out of 13. They'll keep that one spot. Move that record to 13-1. Smith with another two.
It's a dagger right there. I mean, that's a cold-blooded shot. It's an extra oomph for Smith on a great night.
We have seen a lot of that, but not much else from Maryland on the offensive side. Young now has 26 points. But Purdue, I said this the entire game, Trey. They've been in control since they were up 8-0. Good decision making, excellent shooting. And this place where Matt Painter has not won since 2017. And they changed that tonight. These Purdue players will win here at Maryland for the very first time. None of them have.
How about Zach Edey taking the turnover for Braden Smith on that last possession?
Fitting way for this one to end, and that is Maryland missing an open look for three. Kevin Willard and Matt Painter shake hands, and Matt Painter will return to West Lafayette with a very impressive 14-point win. It wasn't really that close for most of the second half as the Boilers